Look at that. Nice pecan praline. Let's make pecan pralines. Down below in the description box, you'll find a list of the ingredients and their amounts. Begin by preheating the oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 176 Celsius. I have 2 cups of light brown sugar, or you could use dark brown sugar, 1 cup of regular white granulated sugar, or you could use 3 cups of brown sugar if you want. I'm just gonna kind of mix this together a little bit. Doesn't really matter. 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. You could also use half and half. And then a 1/4 cup of butter. I'm using unsalted butter, but you could use salted butter as well. 3 tablespoons of corn syrup. And this just helps stabilize the sugar. Fantastic. Now over to the burner we go. I have the burner set to medium heat, and then we are just going to stir and melt everything together and bring it to a boil. And we want to bring this temperature up to right around between 235 Fahrenheit and 240 Fahrenheit, which is the soft ball stage. And that is like 112 to like 115 Celsius. And you definitely want to use some sort of thermometer, like a candy thermometer. I always just use my meat thermometer just because I really like this and it works really well. And my candy thermometer broke and I haven't replaced it yet. And make sure that you are stirring so it doesn't burn. Okay, usually once it starts to bubble like this, it only takes about 5 minutes or so to get up to temp. So we're almost there at 226 right now. All right, there we go. We are right around 237, 238 Fahrenheit, which is great. We could go up to 240 Fahrenheit. And that is right around between 112, 113, and 115 Celsius. So that is good. And now I'm going to take this off the heat. And then we want to let it cool down to about 150 Fahrenheit, which is 65 degrees Celsius. In the meanwhile, let's come over here to a sheet pan and let's add 2.5 cups of halved pecans. Just spread them out evenly. Now we're going to roast these in the oven. Again, 350 Fahrenheit, 176 Celsius for about 10 minutes. 5 minutes on each side. There we go. Let's add a teaspoon of vanilla extract and about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. And give that a good mix. And also at this time, we will add that 2.5 cups of roasted pecans. Now we are going to stir for a couple of minutes until the mixture kind of loses its glossiness. Very common to like making fudge, things like that. Okay, once it has lost its glossiness and it's nice and thick, what we can do is take a couple of tablespoons here, and we'll just take the mixture and we'll spoon it onto a silicone matte lined baking pan, or you could use something like wax paper instead. And you notice how they're not spreading too much. If they spread too much, your mixture is probably still too warm. And then you'll let these sit and firm up for 15, 20, 30 minutes. You can also use a muffin pan lined with paper cups if you want. And when they are set, they'll look something like this. The ones in the paper cups, they come right out real easy. Look at that. Nice pecan praline. Just a few troubleshooting tips. If it turns out a little bit grainy, don't be alarmed. Most likely you just had some sugar crystals develop on the side of your pot when you were making it, or maybe you didn't heat it to the right temperature, or maybe you didn't stir it enough when it was cooling down. So there's a few things that could go wrong to cause it to be a little bit grainy, but it still tastes great even if it's grainy. And if you really don't like the grainy taste, you can just throw it back in the pot with a little bit of milk, like a tablespoon or two of milk, and just reheat it to the correct temperature and start again. I'm Matt Taylor. This has been another episode of In the Kitchen with Matt. Thank you for joining me. As always, if you have any questions, comments, or requests, put them down below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thumbs up, down in the corner, press it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos. Take care. Time for me to dive into this some more. Oh yeah.